You're most welcome once again to another sizzling, bubbling, intriguing episode of The Brides and Grooms, the most beautiful love and wedding show on the planet. And I still remain your humble host, Classical. On this show, we have beautiful, wonderful, long-standing couples who have stayed in marriage for 2 years, 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 2 minutes. And we're here to share their stories and let you in on their family and their lifestyle and marriage. Our today's couple, the bride said she hated the groom for years, even before she met him, before they even talked. They are 1 year and few months in marriage. Let's find out how exactly it happens after this break. Welcome back to the Brides and Grooms. I'm still your host, Classical, and we have on my couch today the Leos, Mr. and Mrs. David. The kind of stories I've had from this couple, I think you should hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, meet my couple. Welcome on set, Mr. David, Mrs. Joy David.
Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you very much. Welcome. You guys are looking too fine.
Yes.
Like, is this how it is?
No.
The marriage, is that it is like.
You understand when you get married?
I would have loved us to go on this commercial break, but this is the break. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us more about yourselves, Mr. and Mrs. David.
Hey, my name is David Gottfried, and I'm a public servant, and I'm also fashion designer. I call myself the shoe boss.
Public servant, fashion designer, shoe boss. Fashion designer. What? Mommy, please.
Okay, my name is Joy David. I'm a travel agent. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of J Sweet Nectar.
Okay.
Yes, make healthy drinks.
What's this combination like? Public servant, fashion designer, shoe boss, entrepreneur, travel agent. Do you guys even stay at home at all?
When it calls for,
When it calls for. So where do people pay house rent? Outside.
just somewhere where we stay.
Welcome to the Brides and Grooms. I want to know exactly what's so spectacular about your wife that made you marry her? Wow, spectacular is the word.
Spectacular. Have you ever seen her smile?
Have you ever seen her smile? That's a smile. Smile. Aha!
About that, and that's one thing, something must attract you first
Okay.
before you meet the personality. So about that, the smile got me. You can say the good woman she is got me too, and got me to stay. And here we are.
As a young guy, I cannot just assume, I can put it to you that you met at least 20 ladies before you met her. What's the difference?
The difference is it's about who she is on the inside, and I cannot really tell you who she is on the inside because it's mine to experience.
Another shot.
And I can say that to you because the maturity
Okay.
she puts out on the outside. She's jovial, she's outgoing. You know about that. She's wonderful. She is, I must say, what really got me. They say the way to a man's heart is his stomach, right? She got me there. So I can't really say about other people, but she got here, she got the whole man. Wow.
This is coming from someone that she probably hated for too long.
Wow. You
Tell us about it. You hated him, now you're married.
Okay. This story is really embarrassing.
Just give us a summary. You can use words to
Okay.
cover up words. Let's
No,
hear it.
it's embarrassing in the sense that after all the hate, I'm not.
You don't be say don't be.
Okay, we met in church. Like I got to know him from church. So I hated him from afar
Okay.
because he was everywhere. To me, he was everywhere, and I don't like people that are everywhere. I don't like people that claim to be. I don't know. It was more like he was
doing a lot of things.
Doing a lot of things at the same time.
Young men stay one place. Stay one place.
So it was a major turn off for me. It wasn't like he was coming close to me to be friends with me, but one thing with me is when I extend a hand of greeting or a hand of fellowship towards you and I don't get it in return. It's more like it's pride, and I don't like pride for anything. So it was a major turn off for me because the few times I greeted him, I didn't get
The
positive response. Yes. And I wasn't greeting him because I wanted anything. I was just greeting him in my normal way of getting to know people, greeting people after church. But he was not acting like I wanted something.
And he was not intentional. I'm sorry.
Oh, she's here. She wants something now.
But
Okay.
somehow we got talking.
How? For someone that refused to answer you, for someone you hated, that first talk, how did it happen?
Yeah, that part.
Okay. I got a contract to cook for his company, for his office.
Okay.
From church, from Pastor Austin. So he was now the one they assigned to call me
And keep up with the food.
and keep up with the food. So when he called and I was like, who am I speaking? He now said, hello, this is David. From the way he was even sounding, I was like,
The food is not
I beg. I said, I beg, I'm on my way. Don't bother calling me, I'm on my way, I'm coming. And that was how I delivered the food. From that day, we started chatting.
And that's the part I want to get. Like, he called you back there that the food is sweet. Abi, he called you back there that you could serve the way.
He didn't even come to show you where the pride actually is. He didn't even come in to say the food was sweet or anything. I got the compliment from some other person. But what he did was that the next Sunday, he now came to church and bought food from me. This is somebody that doesn't buy food from me on a normal day. And then after eating my food, he now came to church and he bought food from me. And you still didn't say, your food is nice. Or,
Pride.
like the pride, exactly. So, one thing led to another. And we are here.
If we're in the court of law, I'll ask a simple question. What? Are you standing accused? These are allegations, bro.
The thing is, let me tell you about the pride.
Okay, you agree that there's a pride.
I would call it pride.
Okay.
But then it was me trying to shield myself because I grew up being shy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so I was trying to shield
From her?
No, from everybody.
Okay.
Not trying to make people see me like this timid guy that couldn't say much outside. So I tend to walk straight, uptight, and
So whatever it is she was complaining about, you didn't even know. So what made you to now talk to her? This is someone that's trying to talk to you for a long time.
okay, there's this thing about you've met girls, you've chatted with girls, you've talked with girls on the phone, and sometimes the discussion just gets to how is your day, and it ends there. You don't know what to tell them, nothing to link to another discussion. And somehow we got talking. How was your day? It was fine. The discussion got to another discussion, and it was an unending discussions every day by
Are you still calling her?
You don't want to know.
But ending discussion.
You don't want to know. So it got there, and I told myself there's something here I like, and it grew to love.
There are three most important dates in a woman's life. First is her birthday, her wedding, and the birth of her first child. How was your wedding?
Okay. I would say my wedding was a dream come true for me. Because somehow I painted the kind of picture I wanted for my wedding, and somehow my husband was able to meet up to exactly what I wanted. I didn't want an elaborate wedding per se, but I just wanted friends, like really close friends that knew how to hype the whole thing to be there. And that was exactly what I got. And another aspect of my wedding that I am really grateful to God for was the fact that you were there.
Wow.
Yes. I kept on telling my husband that thank God for classical, that our wedding was just it was just it because it was
Invite me to your wedding. 081.
so it was beautiful.
Very much. Wonderful. You have one opportunity to tell me one beautiful thing about your husband and one
I will say it.
bad thing. I will not say bad thing, but say something you feel like maybe we should talk about. Or you probably talk about it too long and he doesn't want to listen to you. So maybe you say it and you listen. Let's go.
Hold me.
No.
Okay. The good thing about my husband is
Beautiful thing.
okay. The beautiful thing about my husband is
See. That's right, right?
he actually lets me be the best I can ever be. I'm somebody I'm a very spontaneous person.
Okay.
I can just stay and I wake up this morning and I want to do this business. I'm like, this thing I'm doing in the house that we're enjoying, I can actually make it my business.
Okay.
And he'll be like, okay,
Let's
no
go.
problem. Since you want to do it. But I feel like I would have been in a position where if I bring up this idea, this person would say, no, you're not doing it. I don't want you to do this. You must be like this. You must be like this. You should be here at this particular time. You're not supposed to be here at this particular time. But somehow, I feel I'm blessed to have somebody like him who understands how spontaneous I am.
In my opinion, don't you think that could be risky, allowing you to fall into traps, make mistakes on your own?
I wouldn't say it's being risky because there are times when he says no.
Okay.
There are times when he says no, and if I look at it very well,
It's actually
I see it's actually no, and I know it's God talking through him.
Okay.
Do you get? It's not that he's trying to like boss himself around, trying to like throw his weight around that, okay, you're not supposed to do this because I'm the man in the house. No, it's not like that. So whenever I actually get a no from him, I know it's not coming from
Place of okay. How many years married?
A year, 2 months.
Any difference?
So,
Let's hear it.
I know say the annoying parts.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. My husband is a strong-willed person. I'm not saying strong-willed in a negative way,
Okay.
because it's this kind of person that you tell him this thing you want to do is not going to work. My husband-
You telling him now, not him telling you.
No, not me. Not him telling me. Me telling him.
This one will not work.
This one now.
You will not listen.
No, you not tell you. That's the way I am. And at the end of the day,
It will not work.
the way he is does not favor him. It doesn't favor him. And at the end, he will not come and tell me
Please, how should I be?
this thing. And at that point, I feel I feel like I'm supposed to say, but Tongora did this thing. You know, I told you this thing. You'll be like, don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be on my side. I'm like, but I told you in the beginning. So I feel like you should be more like, well, I don't know the word to use, but I feel like you should listen more. You should listen more to me when I say, don't do this.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not trying to say don't do this because I don't want you to do it. I'm saying don't do this because I'm coming from a place.
Yeah.
Do you get? It's more like a spiritual place that, okay, I've discerned in my spirit and this thing is not going to work. It's not going to go as you planned.
Let it go.
It's going to flop. Just let it go. So I need him to understand that part and not see that I'm
He's the
trying
man.
to tell him, yes, he's the man.
I want to ask a very risky question. Okay. What's your take on going through your partner's phones? Ladies first. What do you think? And how does that apply to you? I had that if you want to go to your partner's phone, better go to the app and do a transfer. Why go through WhatsApp and the rest? What's your take?
I don't really want to say much about that because I've not really had a very good experience when it comes to going through my partner's phone. Do you get? Because it was more like when we were dating
Alright.
that I once had the opportunity to like, okay, I want to go through your phone.
What did you see?
But the reaction from him,
Okay.
it wasn't welcoming. So somehow I just told myself that I'll not do it again.
Okay.
So even when he now came to me to like tell me, okay, see my password, this one, I wasn't interested anymore.
But you have the password of that.
The fact that I'm saying I wasn't interested is that he told me and I don't even remember.
Okay.
I conditioned my mind not to bother myself about it anymore, and somehow it's been working for me. Because when I keep thinking about password, I'll now see that okay, he's chatting somebody late in the night. I don't know who he's chatting. I want to know who he's chatting with and all that. At the point, I had to tell myself, come on, this thing is not necessary. Because one, this person is in business.
Yeah.
This person is a public servant. Anybody can chat him up in the night to ask him for shoes. Anybody can chat him on Instagram to make inquiries on anything. It could even be about my own business. So I had to like shut down the whole idea in my head. Like I wasn't interested in knowing those plenty. The only password I know now is his ATM pin.
Ha!
So that's what that means. Anyone that will not bring money, it's none of my business. And somehow my mind is held.
Because it's money. Because it's money. But take a deep breath.
Okay.
We're learning on the job.
Okay.
Okay, what's that one thing you hear about your wife that you believe it immediately? Like a rumor, bad news in quotes, something just flies and say your wife did it and you're like, oh, yes, it's possible, yes, she can do it.
I can't really say it's bad news. I can't really say bad news.
I'm giving you that clause, like
Okay.
bad news.
Bad
It might just be bad news you had maybe she said or she did, and then in your mind you're like, in as much as you're going to defend her, but blessing that she done. She did it though. It's something she can do. What could that be?
She has she cracks jokes. So she actually hits people directly with those jokes. And
Oh.
she can hit you and you will get angry. So if they tell me she said something,
She said it.
she said it. You don't need to worry, she said.
Are you talking out of experience?
Experience.
You've been hit many times.
So many times. So many times. You don't want to know. So many times.
If your wife travels out of the country or out of your presence for, what's the most you think she can travel? 1 month, 2 months? What exactly would you use most?
You survive.
I'm trying to think about it. You know, ever since we started dating and up to date, we've not been far from each other for a very long time. So I think it will hit me so long if it's more than 1 week. I don't know about 1 month.
So what would you miss most?
What would I miss most? Her presence.
Aside her presence, what would you miss most?
Okay, the truth is, I hardly eat out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna miss her food.
You stay hungry.
I may. I'm practically fall back to bread.
What's your husband's shoe size? Best color.
Black.
Favorite exclamation.
Chineke apostolic.
So how come you've not said this is Igebe?
No, it's official here.
I don't know.
It's official here.
Please can we hear it?
Try, boy.
Come again.
Try, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys after the break. It's still the brides and grooms. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're back in live as the brides and grooms, and I'm still your host, Classical. We still have the Leos on my couch this afternoon. Mr. and Mrs. David, we've enjoyed their segment that they argue with themselves. So if there's a 10 million naira target, like there's 10 million naira, What's the first thing you're going to do with it? 10 million prize winner.
She goes first,
We
right?
can discuss.
I'll invest in
10 million.
real estate.
Real estate is good.
You know that sharp money first.
It's our money. Okay, so I would say real estate, part of it. And the next one is, I think we need to push our business forward.
Not your business.
I'm still in the public for now.
I think I need some more time to understand these things. This marriage things. I need to understand
Yeah, you need to.
How comfortable are you with her friends?
Well, friends. I mean, ladies or
Friends.
yeah.
Completely comfortable? Female friends, male friends.
Both.
Are you very comfortable?
Yes, I am.
Do you have issues?
We talk about everything.
So do you guys argue? Sex, children, family, in-laws, money?
Money.
Money, how?
Money how? Good question. You guys ever argued the names of your children? Argued how many times you have sex?
About sex now. About names of the children. She's been pushing to name them. And
It's hard, baby.
I know. So she's been pushing to name them, and I'm like, I'm the one holding back.
No children for now, right?
No.
Okay.
So I'm just like kind of holding back. But at a point, last 2 weeks, we got there.
It was hot.
And don't tell me to tell you the name of the boy, but we named the boy already.
Consensus agreement.
Yeah, we did.
Who won?
We want to
Which
get.
person's name won? Who brought the name?
No, we saw the name, we googled it, and it was cool for us.
We saw the name.
Yeah, we saw.
People use the word we often here.
It's a weak name.
We saw the name together.
I must guess it. Two names. Do you believe in online love? Dating online? Or do you believe in love at first sight? Which of them?
Is it my question?
Both of you. We, Abi. Both of you.
Okay, growing up, I did the online whole lot, okay? But, like I said, if you remember when I said we chatted, we
Yeah.
talked, so it was more of the online before we really clicked together.
Same.
Yes, yeah.
Online is better than love at first sight. That means it doesn't work for you or you don't believe it
Love
works.
at first sight doesn't work for me. Doesn't really work for me. Because I can get attracted at first, and then when I get talking with you, because I'm a chatty person, so when I get chatting with you and I'm not getting the vibe I'm supposed to get, it's a major turn off for me.
You're a very jovial person. What's the funniest thing this guy has done to you? Funny. Weirdest.
Yeah. Funniest thing.
Each time when you laugh at him or laugh at yourselves.
Maybe sometimes my downstairs.
Yeah, Jesus. It's true.
That's it.
Like when he sees all these trends on TikTok,
He wants to try it.
Kinda.
and he will call me to come and see that. I should come and see that he knows how to do this. I'll just start laughing first because I know how it will end. And he'll be like, no, I don't believe in you. How would I believe in you when you don't believe in yourself? How?
You get there.
I'll get them.
That's how we
I
all
have
started.
faith.
Small steps.
She doesn't believe in me, that actually. When I
Natural
try to
beauty.
put up all those steps and
I
I'm
don't
like,
believe
what are
in
you even
that.
doing?
You don't believe in him in dancing. Natural beauty or makeup? What is it for you?
Makeup,
Makeup. Do you want her to sleep with makeup?
if possible. I made her sleep with makeup once. Yes,
Tell me
yes.
about it.
You wear things with it.
You slept with makeup.
She did.
Please, what happened? What day was this? What was it about?
No, her friend just called her up for a makeup shoot just to boost her business and all. So she came home. I came home very late that day. Only for me to see how I'm looking so beautiful. I said, I didn't see you during the day.
Still
I want to use eye as in like light. I want to see you during the day like that. No cleaner, no cleaner. She did. And she had to practically look like this. I'm like, it's funny, but
If not for marriage, you for not try this.
The normal day.
And this thing, sef, if you try it again, sef. So what to do when you whenever you have this beautiful makeup in the daytime, maybe you can snap and send it on time. I mean, the picture is not your problem.
Last time she did, she snapped, sent to me and wiped it.
Big issue.
I didn't like it.
I'm not supposed to sleep or makeup now.
No, it's not. I'm not part of this. I'll get back to you. How long did you date before the marriage, and how long do you think you can recommend for people to date before marriage?
I can't really see how long you can recommend for people, but I did it 2 years.
So you could recommend 2 years.
I didn't say I can recommend, because some people are spontaneous. They can just see and they're there already. I don't recommend 2 years.
Does it work for you?
If you can date for a month and you get to know each other well and everything goes on well with you, then there's no big deal. There's no need for the long dating.
There's a saying that
I think it wasn't like we dated for 2 years intentional. Okay, it wasn't like we dated for 2 years because we wanted to date for 2 years. He was practically waiting for his sister to get married before we get married.
Okay.
So it's not like we decided to date.
You were so comfortable with that suggestion?
At the point I was praying for the sister to actually get married.
Sure, you can marry.
Because at some point I wanted to leave. Like I wanted to end the whole thing. Like Christian is attaching a condition that your sister will get married. It's not like he told me. Like
You found out one day.
I just found out. Somehow I was able to decipher that okay, this is what this guy is actually doing.
Okay.
So I had to pray for the sister.
This means there's a very cordial relationship, very, very cordial relationship between him and his sister.
Yes.
Cordial relationship.
Like an extra cordial. How comfortable are you with that?
It was a bother at some point, but somehow I did my part.
Okay.
I did my part. I made him know that, not like literally telling him that
You showed him.
this is my place in your life. This is your sister's place. No, I just showed him somehow. I showed him, and I had to consciously pray.
Wow.
About it.
Okay.
Like, it's like this is not what I want. It's funny when you have a discussion with your man, and then tomorrow he comes out and tells you, my sister thinks it's not. Okay,
When others are battling with my mother, saying they're battling with my sister.
Exactly, like this is what people talk about, that the mother-in-law said, the mother. So my own is now my sister said. I said, please, I'm not comfortable. We had issues several times. But then I had to tell myself it wasn't about the whole gym. I want you like this. I don't want you to bring your sister in. I just had to let him be. I followed up in prayers. Because the truth be told, he's a sister. It's the sister you're talking about.
Blood sticker.
Blood sticker. So I just had to do my part, give him all the love I could, and then let him do whatever he wanted to do. And we are here.
Congratulations.
Okay.
So just before we go, you have an advice for new couples, singles. What do you have to say to them? What would you say?
There's this saying about taking a leap of faith and hoping you land on your feet.
Okay.
That's what I believe in love.
I think the major thing is when you bring God into the picture.
Okay.
And it has to come to a place where I can't go if he doesn't say go. I can't say yes if he doesn't say yes. So I think that's the major thing. Bringing God into the picture, having an intimate relationship with the Holy Spirit. If sometimes I think it got to a point in my life where I started making a very dangerous prayer. I would always say, Holy Spirit, unmask every face that needs to be unmasked. Because some people will come to you in the guise of spiritual people.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we are in the same level of spirituality. I think we should be together and all that. But deep down, you know that there's no conviction.
Okay.
Like something is off. And if you go ahead to do like venture into that relationship because of the fact that both of you are spiritual, both of you are in the same church, you operate on the same frequency in the spiritual, it flops. That's I think that's a major challenge some persons are having in their marriages now because they feel okay, I'm getting married to my fellow spiritual brother. I think the most important thing is your relationship with the Holy Spirit. You should be able to discern who is right for you. Not necessarily who you love, because most times it's not about love is not enough.
Yeah.
Most times love is not enough. It's about the will of the Spirit, the will of God, and what the Holy Spirit wants you, who the Holy Spirit wants you to be with.
For the game segment, A or B? Just choose between A or
All right. B.
B. My viewers that are below 18 years, please. Viewers' discretion is advised. Okay, don't mind me. It's simple. All I want you to do is look your wife in the face. Wife, look your husband in the face. Eyeball to eyeball.
Okay.
Call her 10 sweet names and she's going to reply with 10 sweet names too.
You win.
I'm ready when you're ready.
You win.
10 sweet names. Please don't repeat a name. It's not called the ones you know.
10 sweet names. 10 sweet names.
And she replies with 10 sweet names too.
Am I supposed to call and she replies?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
We can't hear you. Start afresh so we can hear you.
All right. I said, okay.
1.
My love.
Sweetness.
2.
Creamy.
Ah!
El regalo.
Calm down. When you switch to countries, you let us know. When you are back
Okay.
Nigeria, let us know.
Okay.
El Regalo.
Swiss countries.
We are
El
in
regalo.
Spain.
Mexican sponge.
El Regalo. We're number 3.
My ideal.
Huh?
My ideal.
It sounds like the name of song.
No.
What does it mean?
Hebrew.
What does it mean?
A gift from God.
My Regalo means what?
God's gift.
Gift. Let's go. 4.
Ayomi.
Very blessed.
You have entered Zobo.
Okay. I am family.
Which country are we in now?
Nigeria.
Which language?
Yoruba.
Yoruba. Okay. 5. Network.
Obi.
6. Let's go.
I think she's gonna win now.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Don't tell me this. Okay.
We wait on you.
Yes, we're waiting. Why are you calling me this?
My covering.
Aha! You have entered spiritual realm. My girlfriend, Mumba. I'm waiting. If you have more, drop. He's wasting time.
Please don't. Just win me.
Sugar.
Hey.
Bones.
Hey. Hattie.
Sweetheart.
She's getting to the point where we have to regret when we're single. Ladies and gentlemen, just before we go, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. David DeLeos. You're going to help us sign on our signature pillow. Who signs, you or her?
Okay, I'm signing, right?
Just your name, Mr. and Mrs. Yeah. David. What's the camera? Shoot the camera. All right. Thank you very much for being on the show today, Mr. and Mrs. David. It was nice having you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The bride that hated the groom before she got married. One day going. He advises her, she takes the advice. She advises him, he refuses. See you guys next week. Next same station. My name is Classical. Thank you, bride and groom.